So moving away from baseball for just a minute, you guys have, you're on your 7th studio album now that just was released this year. Mm-hmm. Is it hard to believe that this is 7 albums?
Time goes by fast. And I think
yet also so slowly.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to our first record and it feels like forever ago, but it also just did go by really quickly, and we've been very busy. We've been very lucky that with each new record, we were able to grow our audience and experience a whole new whack of things. And we're both Virgos, so we've been very big on creating lists and goals and bucket lists and that sort of stuff. So I feel like with each new record, it's like a different kind of adventure. I don't feel like we're treading too heavily on any ground that we've already kind of covered. So each record really does represent a whole era in a strange sense. I don't think of it as all one big long time period or one quick time period either. It's just very the So Jealous era, the Con era, now it's the Heartthrob era. It's very compartmentalized inside of my head. So I can believe it, but when I sit on paper, or when people introduce us and they'd be like, they've been around for 18 years and 7 records, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go out with my walker or something. But it flew by.
We feel really grateful too. So many bands, 10 years is a pretty average, I guess, life cycle for a band, and the fact that we are, well into our 2nd decade as a career, I mean, it's sort of the most you can hope for. It's really cool.
Well, and you guys aren't, you're not phoning it in or anything.
Oh, no.
I looked at your tour schedule and I was like, wow, you guys
we're picking up speed.
Really, I mean, just shows every day, all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you find that there are different challenges for you touring now than there used to be?
It's one, a challenge goes away and then another one sort of sprouts up, and it's not in any way complaining. I think we're very versatile, so we sort of adjust as we go. And when we started touring in the late 90s, no cell phones, no internet, no, none of the luxuries that we've become very used to and probably sort of somewhat complacent about,
because actually writing letters.
Oh my God, we wrote letters. We used to go to the library to because there was internet, but it was so old school, and we would go to the library and send we're alive, send, and then it would that wheel would spin for 7 hours,
hamsters in the
and
back.
then someone would be like, get away from the computer, and you'd be like, I hope it's sent. I have no idea. So things are different now, but I think we're so grateful for our success. But one thing that we sort of have realized is that when you first start out, it's hard, and everything's hard, and everything is a challenge, and you're really hustling and working for everything that you get, and you think to yourself, if only we could reach this level, and then things will be easier. And then you reach that level, and what you realize is that it's always hard, and there's always challenges, and there's always things
That's what keeps you inspired and
excited.
Does.
It's sort of the thing that fuels the ambition that we have anyways. There's always things that we're working to sort of accomplish and sort of check off, and
it feels like we'll never run out of things to try to get or do,
it really doesn't.
Or see or experience, so it just keeps you inspired every year.
It also makes you live in the moment, so your ride's here.
It's funny.
It's an ambulance.
It's actually not funny at all. It's so morbid.
That's our thing. Today we were doing an event and a helicopter landed in the middle of it next to us on a building. We were playing outside. Tegan said, your ride's here.
That's funny, though. You said an ambulance that was screeching by was my ride. What does that say about you?
It could have been the police.
It was not.
Bad boys,
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
Yeah. So you guys are here to do a kind of unique set for us today to some fans that have been diligently reading and waiting outside for 8 hours.
Yeah. They're studying while they tailgate.
They are.
Yeah.
There's some people playing cards. We couldn't believe it. We were joking. We're the best, most well-behaved people ever. How do you use opportunities like this to interact with your fans?
At this point in our career, we have done a lot of things, but there are always new opportunities coming up, and we always go through those opportunities with a fine-tooth comb. But at this point, anything to do with interacting with our fans or getting to give them an intimate performance or a unique performance is at the top of our list. Obviously, we love to put on our big show and do the whole, song and dance or whatever, but I think at our core is still just Sarah and I, and there's something about being able to stand this close to somebody and be able to sing and talk and sort of connect with them on a different level that's really still very, very interesting to us. So yeah, this opportunity came up, and I feel like we have really lucked out, and we're getting to do something really special and cool. And we've been in New York for a few days, and every time we tell people we're doing this, they know what it is, which is very important, and they all say it's really cool. So we feel like this is really great, and the fan response has been so wonderful, and that always makes us feel happy because we're kind of always trying to find a way to give back to all these lovely people who support our band. So this is a great time for us to be able to do that.